Tucker, you sly dog. Oh, hello there. My name is Justin Berlinden. And I'm here today to discuss this movie, Raging Bull. Many critics hail it as one of the greatest movies of all time. But is it really? Well, I'll be the judge of that. I probably should not have thrown that. Now, Raging Bull is based on the true story of boxer Jake LaMotta and his rise and fall in the world of boxing in the 40s and 50s. Now, one thing about the film that I like especially is its ability to capture the feel of the 40s and 50s. The film was shot in black and white to capture kind of what movies in that time period looked like, and the opening and ending film credits looked similar to a lot of old movies back in that time, such as Citizen Kane, Casablanca, and The Wizard of Oz. Another reason why the film was shot in black and white is because they screwed up the boxing glove colors, so kind of wanted to hide that. But other than that, they did a great job of portraying the era of the film. Now, another aspect of this film that I really enjoyed was the acting by everyone. All the actors and actresses did a fantastic job performing all their characters. But the actor that I thought did the best job was this guy right here, Robert De Niro. He played Jake LaMotta, and he actually ended up winning the Best Actor award at the Oscars that year, which he really deserved. It was a phenomenal performance by Robert. He went to great lengths to capture the role of Jake perfectly, and actually trained in the boxing ring with Jake for several weeks in order to get down his unique fighting style. He actually ended up signing for 3 professional fights and won 2 of them. And Jake thought that Robert could actually have gone pro if he wanted to, and if he wasn't as good as an actor as Robert was. He also wanted to go through Jake's weight gain problems that he suffered throughout his career. So Robert De Niro actually ended up going to Europe for about 2 months and went on a huge eating binge and gained 60 pounds over there just so we could portray the fat Jake LaMotta. And so, yeah, he had a fun time on set. He got to beat people up and got to get fat and eat a bunch of fancy food in Europe. So, lucky Robert. Speaking of Jake and Robert's performance, one of the things that I really enjoyed about the film, too, was that they decided to do everything from Jake's perspective. For instance, Jake had a jealousy problem and was constantly paranoid that his wife was cheating on him, which she was, but that's not the point. The point is that he had a huge jealousy problem, and one of the reasons why his wife cheated on him was because he was so controlling of her. And so one of the things that the film did a good job of was that showing this kind of jealousy was that every time his wife, Vicky, would approach a man or whatever, they would do it in slow motion, as if, we could see it from Jake's eyes as he's kind of just seeing her walk into this guy and just wondering, wow, is, she's sleeping with this guy? Is this guy, having fun with my wife? I don't know. But I just like that portion, and just seeing everything from Jake's perspective in the ring, and like I said, with his wife too, was just phenomenal, and something I really enjoyed about the film, and found to be a really, really unique choice by director Martin Scorsese. Now, my personal favorite scene in the entire movie comes towards the very end of the film when he's reached his lowest point ever. At this point, he's really fat. He's about to go to prison, and so he tries selling his championship belt and the jewels with it for $10,000, but ultimately can't because the jewels without the belt are worth nothing. So he ends up going to prison, and he bangs his head and his fists on the wall, which hurt, and he claims that he's not an animal. And so at this point, he's reached his lowest point, and I don't know why, but I just found the scene to be very moving and very well directed and very well acted. The only criticism of the film that I actually have is because of the sound editing. There's a couple scenes where the actors' mouths don't match the words that are coming out, and in one scene, Jake's mouth isn't even moving, but yet words are coming out. But other than the sound editing aspects of it, I really enjoyed the movie, and I thought it was fantastic. In the end, I do agree that Raging Bull is one of the greatest movies of all time. And as a result, I'm going to give it a rating of 10 out of 10, or 2 thumbs up, whichever you prefer. Now, Raging Bull is also one of my top 10 favorite movies of all time. And if you would like to see the rest of my top 10 list, please go on Twitter right now and use the hashtag #WeWantJustin'sTop10. That's right, hashtag #WeWantJustin'sTop10. If enough of you get on there, use that hashtag, and attempt to make this a trending topic, I will release it to the public, which I know you've all been dying to know for the past 4 years. So please, use this hashtag, and I will release my top 10 favorite movies of all time. Raging Bull will be in there. I'm not going to tell you where it's going to be at, but it's definitely going to be in there. So please, use the hashtag, I want to become famous, I'm an egomaniac. Please, make this happen. Please. Thank you so much for joining us today and listening to my awful movie review about a great film. Next week, we'll have special guest Andy Round on the couch over here as we try and get him to reveal just which Shakespeare play touches his heart the most. Anyways, toodles. See you next week.